Hi, I'm Creason.
And I'm Cynthia.
And this is Random Spirit, where we talk about random topics. What are we talking about today, Cynthia?
Today we will be speaking on the crystal Moonstone.
Moodstone?
You can call it a moodstone because it puts you in a mood.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
But yeah, Creason and I took a week break.
Yeah, it seems like a long time. We really miss you guys. We do.
Yeah, I missed being, on here and just like expressing my feelings. A lot is happening in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
My husband visited me.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
It was.
The kids and I spent all week. And what did you do?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of family things that happened.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
It was just family on family on family, and lots of events, birthdays, you name it, it happened.
Yeah.
So,
because the month of May was going to be a little crazy, and my parents renewed their vows.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maria and Tomas, 51 years. Hey. A long time for my parents. It was beautiful.
It really was.
Creason went, my husband went, the kids went. It was great.
It was a good time.
It really was. But anyways, back to the Moodstone. But yeah, we're happy to be back. Very important to take breaks.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, it's very important to take breaks. So just like every crystal episode that Creason and I do, we will be, speaking about the properties and stuff about the crystals.
Yes.
And then possibly where we got it, our experiences.
And our experiences, yeah.
Throwing in an ad break, and the card pulls are at the end.
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to jump right into it.
Sure.
The Moonstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Moonstone connects you to higher realms, divinity. I can't speak.
Divinity.
Is it really that simple? Divinity.
Yeah.
It looks like more into okay. And intuition, right? The energy amplifies the color. It comes in a lot of colors actually. Mm-hmm. Black, peach, white, cream, yellow, blue, green. Right? Mm-hmm. The chakra that it's associated with, honestly, crown, third eye, whatever color it's associated with. It helps with connecting to the divine and strengthening intuition, aiding in decision making and rational thought, spurring creativity, problem solving, facilitating self-expression, protection during water travel and nighttime travel. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Maybe if you're on the sea.
Really? Like on a cruise or something?
Like that, yeah.
Imagine. Have you ever been on a cruise?
I have not.
I haven't either.
No. But
I don't even know if I'd want to. Would you want to?
Well, I mean, given past events, I don't know if that will be...
What do you mean?
Well, no, because COVID really changed...
Oh, okay. Off topic. Did you know that there were some people that were on a cruise and then the pandemic hit?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I know. Beforehand though, I was curious about going on one of those because I heard that they're fun. They go across different islands,
that would be so
for the
cool.
Caribbean, they just island hop and then you just get off, go back, get off, and you get to visit
I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
You will be like, just leave me on the ship.
No, honestly, no, because I watch a lot of true crime, and there are some
crazy stuff that just lock yourself in your room.
Well, no, it's not even. No, I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, I'll send you the one.
Okay.
It's true crime. So sorry, we got really off topic, but yes, protection during that, pretty cool. It works with rose quartz and amethyst, right? When when spending time on the water or traveling at night, carry Moonstone with you in a pocket or near as jewelry for protection. Literally what I just said in the beginning. So yeah, the stone of new beginnings, as it's connected to the moon and the intuition. Its most powerful effect is that of calming the emotions. And I will say, yeah, it's a water signy stone, I would think. Creason will get more into it, but I'm not gonna get into astrology. Yeah. But makes conscious the unconscious.
Yeah, now it's a little wordy, but I think it's just that's what it's said in the
book. Creason. Okay. Promotes intuition and empathy. I had brain fart. And encourages lucid dreaming, especially during the full moon. Moonstone, full moon. Yeah, totally. There's a sign that in astrology where I think it's Cancer, and it's where there's certain signs that feel at home or whatever with certain planets and shit, and I think Cancer's the moon.
Correct.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Well, when I go into astrology,
the emotions. Can you imagine? Can you? Because I can't. I actually don't have any Cancer placements in my chart.
Neither do I.
You don't either. But, well, planet-wise, whatever. But we keep getting off topic. I'm sorry. Traditionally been used to enhance psychic abilities and develop clairvoyance. Can be worn as a pendant to encourage acceptance of psychic gifts. Wow. I honestly didn't know that.
I didn't either.
That's awesome. Calms overreactions to situations and to emotional triggers. Does it? Filled with receptive, passive feminine energy, balances male-female energies and aids men in getting in touch with their feminine side. Perfect antidote for an excessively macho man or overly aggressive female. Did you add that?
It was in the book.
I need to get the book.
The book's right here.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm what?
It's right here.
Oh, it does. It does. Okay. Mentally, the moonstone opens the mind. I feel to happiness. To being your feelings, but not in a bad way. It provides deep emotional healing and heals disorders of the upper digestive tract that are related to emotional stress. Ooh. Physically, the moonstone powerfully affects the female reproductive cycle, and the menstrual related cycle and tension and stuff like that. It's linked to the pineal gland and balances the hormonal system. Did you know that?
I did not.
Same. It is helpful in cases of shock and can be used to calm hyperactive children. Very interesting. For healing, the moonstone helps the digestive and reproductive systems, nutrients, eliminates toxins, stuff like that. It's just it's a moonstone was traditionally used for insomnia, and the stone can prevent sleepwalking. Interesting. But placement, again, wherever the fuck you want. A lot of the things that Kreese and Trey and I do is that Trey and Kreese like to use the pendants, the necklaces. But yeah, that is my take and all the information that I have on the moonstone. It is now time for an ad break.
All right, so now we are back and we are talking about moonstone. I don't have any extra information on Moonstone, but so we're going to go straight into astrology. So the Moonstone is the primary stone of Cancers, and it does a lot for them. So what I'm going to do is a little different this time. I'm going to go over what it does for Cancers first, and then I'm going to go over the rest of the astrological signs later. So for Cancers, it does a lot. For Cancer's sun, it is the birthstone of Cancer.
Amazing.
Stone of new beginnings, which was already mentioned. It's strongly connected to the moon and intuition. It enhances your psychic gifts, but also encourages acceptance, assists in developing clairvoyance and clairaudience, keeps you emotionally balanced when not in a full moon, assists in understanding emotions, ameliorating inner feelings of vulnerability, provides emotional stability, highly effective in healing disorders or disturbances of the female reproductive system, and stabilizing bodily fluids. For the Cancer ascendant, it opens you up to serendipity and irrational impulses and helps you be more direct in your approach to life. Gives comfort and protection to this vulnerable place. Enables you to show your soft heart without being taken advantage of. Helps you manifest dreams to the outside world. Helps your ability to make people feel comfortable and care about their welfare. Helps you release and channel empathic, nurturing qualities into action. And for the Cancer moon, it enhances imagination, helps you process your emotions and dreams, then bring them to reality. Helps you enhance your psychic abilities, develop clairvoyance, accept your psychic gifts, encouraging lucid dreaming, especially during a full moon, which I think that we went over. Wow. So
that's just the Cancer.
Yeah. That's all the Cancers. So let's go over the other signs. All right. So the Aquarius sun assists you in bringing about social change and to fight for justice for everyone. Excellent stone for soothing emotional instability and stress, and an excellent stone for the pineal gland, which deals with hormones. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it deals with it's your hormones in the third eye, yes. For Pisces sun, it resonates with your intuitive nature and helps you apply spiritual insights to the everyday world. It regulates the flow of the lymphatic system, which is the system that deals with your...
Isn't it this?
It's like your white blood cell system.
Oh.
Like the place of where like your white blood cells and stuff come out. That's what your lymph nodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like your body's protective systems.
Yeah.
And the last one is Capricorn moon.
Mine.
So it's the perfect antidote, which we already said, for an aggressive man or a macho female.
That is so sad.
It fills its subject with receptive, passive, feminine energy. And that is pretty much everything that I have to offer when it comes to talking about astrology and Cancers. So where did you get my moonstone and your moonstone? Because I know you got both of ours.
Yes. I got our moonstones. There's this girl on Etsy. It's like Pixie something. That's where I've been getting all our stuff.
Okay.
That's actually, well, it's between her and like another one that's called like Under Gaia's Tree or something.
Okay.
I hop back and forth. They're like the most like reliable. It comes like on time. I have no issues. And it's like I'm supporting a small business and it's like semi affordable. You know, they're in the UK.
Got it.
So yeah, that's where I got the moonstone. So for experience wise, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave me the stuff, so let's go ahead and talk about it.
Because Creason and I think I've said it before, but Creason and I like to sit here and work with the stones.
Yeah, we do.
You know, Creason had said something about Moonstone, and I told him what the fuck did I say? I was like, sure, or something.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I had asked you what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
And then you told me. I said, fuck that.
Yeah, I know. It was... So, the thing about Moonstone is that it really does get more potent during the full moon.
Whether you wear it or not.
Because I wore it in a couple of occasions. I think the first time that we wore it, like, we were going through a rough time with something, and, like, it was messing with both of our moods at once. I think we were sitting down...
I wasn't going through nothing. I was just in a mood to pop you in the face.
Oh.
And, like, see, Creason, and I've noticed that, like, you're different. And you, a lot of the times you want to push your feelings to the side.
Yeah.
And push an episode out. I think that's what you and I had gotten. I don't know if we had gotten into it or whatever.
Yeah, I think that was the day that we were doing that.
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't want to. And like, you get really frustrated because that's how you've done things for like your whole life. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you have me that is just telling you, like, I'm just straight out, no, I'm not gonna do it. And like, I don't know, like, did that piss you off? Like,
at the time, I think it did, because, you know,
your emotions were out.
We were putting a lot of pressure on trying to get a lot of things out. Like, you know, at the time, we were trying to go get, you know, 1,000 like followers. That was a lot on TikTok, and we were also trying to go ahead and like start up the entire ad thing with this. So we had a lot of like movies and taping and videos and stuff to do at the time.
Yeah, it was not easy.
When we combined that with the Moonstone, I believe that, well, Moonstone.
Call it what you want, because it's a mood.
Yeah. So when we combined it with that, it became stressful because we knew that May, I think at the time May was coming out, was going to be like, you know,
May was not
stress.
the month.
We knew it was going to be like back to back to back thing. I think that Mother's Day was coming up at the time, and like, you know, and we had a lot of stuff coming up, and we were like, dude, like, how are we going to go ahead and do the podcast and do this? And I remember that me and you were struggling because you wanted to get ahead a little bit.
Yes.
I wanted to go ahead and, like, you know, do it whenever we could. And I was like, you know, I'm here now, let's go do it. And you were like, no, you know, let's not. And it was a struggle because, like, we knew that we needed to get this thing done, but we just didn't know how we were going to do it.
Yeah,
and when you amplified that with the Moonstone, like, it really put me in a mood because I felt, and we were wearing it towards the full moon too, which is where it's the most potent.
Well, I don't know if you charged yours. Did you?
I think I did the night before.
I think I charged I haven't been making moon water. I've been sleeping up. I didn't make it this full moon. But I feel like it's interesting how you say like the info on the Capricorn moon because you're an Aries moon. But I find it very interesting how the balance between, like, you and I are fucking opposite. And like I've told you in a lot of conversations that we've had, like, since we got this Moonstone, is that you're teaching me patience and you're teaching me like that nurturing, caring, and I'm teaching you, well, I hope I'm teaching you like not to put up with certain people's shit.
Yeah.
And, like, to say no and to set boundaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I will say, like, this is, like, a whole balance thing. I remember you, like, you have this way of, like, it's, like, possibly, like, internally you're fighting to bring your, to, like, it's, like, your feminine side fights so hard.
Yeah.
To not allow your masculine side to come out.
Correct.
And then it's like, I don't know, the best way I can describe it is like, you know, your masculine side just like comes in whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And then like, say like we're having a conversation and you're being like nasty and sarcastic and I'm like, ew.
Yeah, that's exactly how it
I'm
goes.
like, ew. And then you're like, what? But yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I think my experience with Moonstone is a little bit like, I'm going to be honest here. I understand its power to bring out the feminine energy, but when I'm sitting in the stone, like, it makes me feel so moody that it's like, for me, it's gross. Like,
Like manly?
like, it's just, I don't like sitting in my emotions like that. It's like it's marinating. It's like it's marinating you in your emotions, and it's making you like feel them. And for me, like, I love being in control, because my manly tendencies. But I love being in control of my emotions and how I feel. And the Moonstone denies me the ability to be in control of the emotions and how I feel. And then it starts to leak out. I remember when I was talking with Cynthia, and we were like having our little argument. I had to take the dang Moonstone off because it got to the point of where I was so moody. We were trying to do the podcast, I think, with the Moonstone on,
we were trying to do a video. Yeah. We were trying to do a video, and like I wasn't having it, and I told you take it off, and like, didn't I still have it on?
I think you took yours off too.
I don't remember. I do know that like we'll get into like my experience, but I do know like for me, lately I haven't been like, I will sit with it. I've always like I'll sit with it, and then like depending, it's like I don't intentionally suppress, but when you have kids screaming on the side,
you have to do something.
I'm not gonna sit here and lash out on my kids or any of that, but those, I think that whole week was a lot on you. And then I don't know if you want to speak on that reading that you had in the like stop over your mom.
Oh my gosh. So I did take a reading
with a friend,
well, I don't even think it was a friend, right? I mean, kind of. I think it was your friend.
Yeah.
And I took 2 readings really, but one said stop overthinking. The other one said you're in the right spot, but please stop overthinking. So I thought stop overthinking twice.
Well, because the interesting thing about it is that I've always, like, one of the things I've noticed with you and what I've been trying to understand is that it's why do you have to overthink your feelings? And I've told you, I don't know how many times, Creason, just feel like sit with it. And you're like, no, I don't like the way that it makes me feel and this and that. Yeah. I don't like, why do you overthink? What makes you think it's okay to think about your feelings? Like it takes away from the feelings.
I think that's what it is. I think like I've changed a bit because now
yes, you have.
I don't forcefully think about like why I feel what I feel.
Is it hard?
It was when I started.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a little easier over time. I mean, you stated that you sensed an improvement. That's where it's coming from. A huge improvement, dude. Because like I stopped thinking about like why I feel certain ways. Like I have this like fix it attitude within me internally that, if there's a problem, I want to go and fix it. Whenever I feel emotions that's just not mundane, my first instinct is, oh shit, something must be wrong with me, let me go and fix it. Even though there's nothing wrong with me, that's the way like I interpret it. It's like, oh shit, like I'm not feeling normal, something must be wrong. But by using my midnight oil to burn on thinking about my feelings, I realized that it turns me into a stress monster because it's difficult to know why a feeling's taking place. Yeah. You just kind of feel. And, my brain is so busy trying to come up with answers, I end up burning the oil twice. Like, so not only do I feel a certain way, but I'm burning the oil trying to feel that, which raises my stress levels because all of a sudden now I'm overthinking on the freaking part that I feel this way. Then the feeling all of a sudden has to become more important because everything just turns to anger and stress. Like it literally just turns into anger and stress because I get frustrated at the fact that the feeling doesn't go.
That sounds like energy draining.
It is.
So now that you're not doing that, like, do you feel like, how do you feel?
I feel a lot better because, like, whenever I feel sad, I'm just like, okay,
I'm sad.
I'm sad. That's how I feel right now.
Well, yeah, because I had told you, I was like, Creason, like, if you feel sad and you don't know why, that's okay.
You know, but there's this, I'm going to call, it's Golden V. Like, she's the one who gave me the insight on why I should not think about emotions. And she's the one who brought it into perspective for me because at first, you know, when you would tell me, you'll be like, oh, just feel. There was no reasoning behind why I should feel. It was more just
there
like...
There shouldn't be any reasoning.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
You're a fucking Virgo.
But, like, what she did was she was like, do you want to know why you should go through your feelings? And I was like, why? And she was like, because... She's like, if you think about your feelings will never escape you. They will always stay within you. So in order for your feelings to escape, you have to feel them. Don't think about your feelings and they'll escape you. But if you think about them, they'll stay inside you and resurface even more potent. And I was like, you know, she has a point.
Yeah.
So she brought it into perspective, and that's why I started to do it. Like, not to say that I don't listen, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't listen to. Okay?
Really, Creason?
Yes. I don't like to go ahead and listen to a lot of stuff because, you know, as I said, like, I always say I've been alive a long time, but I haven't been alive that long. But, like, I love to think that I have, like, a good understanding of, like, my emotions and a good understanding, a good control over all
and
everything.
how does it make you feel that you don't?
You know what? It's a Chiron.
It hits your Chiron?
I guess.
We'll have a episode on Chiron.
Oh, God.
Another fucking day.
You shouldn't do that. Like, that's a mistake.
You're not ready to have an episode on Chiron. Do not. It's a placement. And astrology is associated with Greek mythology.
Ooh.
The wounded warrior.
Damn.
That's what I use in my shadow work readings.
This warrior is badly wounded, okay?
Dude, you've been badly wounded, bro. Like, you badly wounded yourself with overthinking.
Yeah, with an axe in my back.
You're so
an
dumb.
overthinking axe.
No, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
I'm so happy that you have stopped the overthinking.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that she can relay the message and change your perspective.
My perspective was really changed. You know, and in future wears of the Moonstone, like after that, you know, I realized that my emotions flow through a lot better with the Moonstone on than with it not on. So yeah, like it's definitely improved everything.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I did a mini read on Creason last night. Was it last night?
I think it was.
And I was like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so happy. You came a long way. I know I came a long way too, but I'm more happy, like, for you, you know, because a lot of the things, like, I have to beat it into you.
It's difficult to deal with me. I know that for a fact because I'm a very stubborn person, especially when it comes to my own, like, mythos and what I believe.
Well, yeah.
And quite honestly, like, it's funny because I'm open to new things.
But
at the same time,
you're not.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, like, I mean, it's lately, it's been, like, I poke fun at you. And
you do.
Trey pokes fun at you.
Yeah, you guys need to stop. Okay? I'm not going to go ahead and talk about that episode of those two, like dogs on the thing.
I think we already spoke about that.
Did we?
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's an aggressive one and there's a non-aggressive one.
And the fucked up part is that me and my husband are aggressive and then Creason's like...
Yeah, I'm the passive one. Like they say I'm the passive dog. It's like this entire thing. Like why and then they try to go ahead and irritate the passive dog so that way the passive dog could turn aggressive.
No,
but it never works.
It's just me me and Trey poke fun at you.
Yeah, they do.
but yeah. Okay.
All
wow.
Right. Yeah, but
that's good.
No, I think the Moonstone is.
So your experience was good?
Yes. I would say it started off as where I just wanted to throw the stone, like from here to the moon.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I realized that it is a good stone
yeah,
for
but
dealing
like
with emotions.
the crazy thing about it, like I said, like there's some crystals that like I can take off, or like say like if I have jewelry or right, and I can take off and I'm fine.
Yeah.
But it's like the ones that have had like the effect somewhat is carnelian. Moonstone, Moldavite.
Damn.
Semi, probably onyx. I'm not sure.
Onyx is kind of weird.
Yeah, the black obsidian fucking broke, but well, it didn't break, but it came apart. But anyways, that's nice. My experience, I'll quickly go over my experience with the Moonstone. So, for me, I'm already in my feelings, so it didn't really no, I'm kidding. It was very, very how was it for me?
I mean,
it was interesting.
I mean, like,
okay, yeah, okay. So, like I said, Creason just needs to, like, you know, stop overthinking his stuff. And when it came to me, I don't think people understand when I say I don't like to, what is the word? It's like, I need to protect myself, and I'm going to protect myself. And it's like, if it makes sense, ride or die for myself. And, like, you know, the ones that I love. And I have that, like image with myself. So then, like, when you sit here and you're like, oh, like, be more, I don't want to say feminine, but have, like, that more, like, nurturing. And it actually helped me a lot with thinking before I bark and bite.
Okay.
You know, because I have a lot of situations where I'm trying to say this without, like, there's a lot of times that I get triggered, and there's a lot of things that are said sometimes, and I always have something to say. And the Moonstone taught me that to think before you speak, because sometimes when you sit here and say someone says something that they've always said before, and, like, what is it doing that I'm gonna sit here, like, we're going back and forth and it's getting us nowhere. It is I don't know if it's like is it an ego thing? I mean, where I just, like, it goes in one ear and out the other. You don't understand how hard that is for me. Like, I want to chew your ass out and make you feel like absolute shit. Because I don't like to be disrespected, and I don't like to be spoken to in a certain way. And I'm the type of person that if you're going to give me this energy, I'm going to match it. You know? That was very, very difficult for me, and that changed my perspective. And a message that my guy just told me too, like, you know, think before you do stuff. What else did it help me with?
Well, you were a lot more, like,
chill.
Not chill. Like, you would talk about your emotions a lot more with it on than you
I was already talking about my emotions before.
I think so, it's very difficult for me to depict because you were in such a high emotional state at the time. So, I mean, yeah, you were a lot more calm. You did think a little bit more.
Yes, I was. Sure. Yes, I was more calm, and I still am more calm. Yeah. And I I feel like the big thinking before reacting is a huge thing. And also, weirdly, it helped me. It's like, it's this weird, like, detachment to certain people. Yeah. And it just taught me, like, it put me into gear, like, certain relationships that really bothered me, let's do something about them. They need to be put somewhere. Yeah. And I've put them somewhere. Yeah. And I can see how that's changed things. But that is, like, my experience. That's your experience. Yeah. It's a good stone.
I agree.
It's a good stone. It's a great stone. It really does balance that, you know, feminine, and that I feel like for me, it's like I wouldn't necessarily say like feminine and masculine. Well, yeah, but logic and emotion. It's like that balance between logic and emotion, because it's not like overthinking, but it's not like having too much emotion. Right. But now we're gonna get into the card pulls. And this is going to be the end of the episode. Right. We are using my Queen of the Moon Oracle.
Yeah.
This one gives me nostalgic, like...
It's been a while since you've used it.
Dude.
But it kind of makes sense for the Moonstone, so.
Yes. No, because, like, we did this episode last minute, and I had went back inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I was literally about to leave, and then something told me cards, and I ran back to my room, and I was like, oh, fuck. Chris didn't tell me if he wanted to do Oracle or Tarot. And then, like, I was gonna use this tomorrow, because I have a reading tomorrow.
Okay.
And, I was like, here you go. So I got it. But yeah, cool.
Good choice.
Yes. Okay, so yours, what was yours?
I think it's Power.
Yeah, Creason pulled his.
Yeah, I know. I pulled my own card.
Creason pulled his, and I pulled mine. Creason's is Power, and mine is Balance. If I can find it, I would be able to read it to you. Okay, so that's that. The interesting thing is yours is like the full moon, and mine is the waning gibbous. Okay, so do you want me to read this one?
Yeah,
okay.
And then I'll just respond to it.
All right. Okay, so Creason actually shuffled his own stuff.
Yeah, this was the first time.
Yeah, you did pretty good. I'm proud of you.
This was the first time.
Okay, so we have the full moon, and this is Power. Step into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. Mm-hmm. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to higher possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. I have power. It is real. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to read much into the other stuff because it just... Yeah.
All right, then. So, yeah.
Step into your power, dude.
Stepping into your power. Yeah, so, they're, like, to be honest, I do feel, like, a lot better. There's a lot of changes that I've made.
Yeah.
In, I want to say a short amount of time, but this month has been the month of changes for me. And a couple things I've changed in my life, which I've mentioned here. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, I started to not think about my emotions anymore. I've stopped stressing about things that I can't control. You know, and I've more leaned towards doing the best that I can instead of going ahead and trying to perfect everything. I'm a very passionate person.
Yes.
About a lot of things. And the thing about it is that my passion, ego, and perfectionism, because I'm thinking it's a hit of all three, yes, is very potent. It's really, really potent. It's Mount Everest type potent. However, you know, for me, there's two ways to handle everything. There's a lot of ways to handle situations, yes, but in my case, what I would do is if people were rubbing up against my passion or rubbing up against my ego or even rubbing up against like my perfectionism, I take that as an offense and I'd go on the defense. Yeah. And my defensive mechanism is going sarcastic. And or making jokes. So if you ever see me go sarcastic or making jokes, that's usually a hint that I am going into defense mode. If you keep pushing on the sarcasm and jokes, then I go into full defense mode, and then my anger pops off. Now, I know how I am as a person. Usually I'm not confrontational. I really rarely try to confront people. If I know you very well, though, it's very easy for you guys, for people that I know, to go up the ladder. And if I've been inside a place for a long time, it's very easy for that place to push up the ladder too. So to counter the ladder, what I've done is I'm like, okay, you know, emotions are not bad. That's the first thing that I work to change. Now, to be fair, Cynthia's been telling me this since we've started the spiritual journey, that emotions aren't bad. It's just that me, being the dumbass that I am, decided that I wasn't going to listen to that piece of advice. I was like, you know, she says emotions aren't bad, but then I see people crying all day. I'm like, yeah, you know, that's not me, you know, and I try to fight against that. I
think it's probably because you have, like, I think you've spoken to me before saying that you have a fear of getting back into that depressive state.
Yes, I did have a portion of my life of where I was really, really depressed. And I didn't want to do nothing. I was like, oh, you know, like, just throw me outside and I'll just be homeless as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So, it took me a long time to get out of the rut because you see, the thing about it, and I learned about this today, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that habits.
Yes.
And you sit there and you keep doing something over and over again, and it becomes easier and easier to do it. I was getting into a state of where it was so easy for me to just waste time. I would sit down and lay down in
and
bed.
You like that.
I would just not even feel like to work. I would not do anything. And I was like, I looked at myself and I was like, dude, you used to do things.
Yeah.
You used to
Now you don't.
want to do things. And now you just want to lay in bed. And you think it's okay to lay in bed. So I was like, the first opportunity that I get, I'm going to push myself out of the bed. And, it's funny because my family at that time was not helping me too much. Like, my father, really grounded into me that time that I was a lazy person. And since, I was the person that wanted to counter him, I was like, oh, you think that I'm lazy? I'll show you even lazier. And that was destructive towards it, because he would be like, you're lazy. I'll be like, oh, I'll show you lazy. And I would do even worse.
I think that we all have that, yeah.
It was bad. I couldn't get out of it. So what I did to slowly get myself out of it is the first opportunity I got, I remember it was to go to some trade school, and I was like, I'm going to do the best that I can at this trade school and see if I can just turn this thing around because I'm feeling it, I'm feeling like I'm unproductive. And that's the main reason why, I took this hardworking, no emotions are going to get me down type personality, because I was like, I am not going to go back into that.
Yeah.
Sad, depressive, I'm not doing shit state, deep in my emotions and being I'm sad, everyone needs to feel bad for me and shit. I'm like, no, I'm going to take life and actually go ahead and route it to where I want to go. So I went into a control trip, and I've been in a control trip for a long time. Yeah. I mean, it got me to where I am today, working for my dream as far as I'm concerned. But it took a lot for me to go in and just paper over my emotions. And now that I'm used to it, it's I have a friend now that's like, you gotta feel again. You gotta feel your emotions. I'm just like, what the? You
don't need a reason for it.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? My brain is literally saying, what in the hell is this going on? What do you think?
Did you overthink your depression?
I might have.
No, seriously.
Oh, I mean, maybe I did. There's a chance that I might have. The thing about my depression is that when you're inside that state, it's difficult to think about anything except for what you're in.
Okay.
So I never went back to think about why was I so depressed? I knew why I was depressed. During the depression, I wasn't thinking about anything. Okay. I was more I was more thinking I was a failure, and therefore, that's was my main thought. You're a failure, and then my dad would come and be like, yeah, you're a failure. Thanks. And that was it. It's just a continuous spiral. And that's why I said he wasn't helping. There was no help. There was no oh yeah, you're good. I didn't believe that. I would only hear the bad. And people would say I'm good, I would just ignore it. And literally if people said I'm bad, I want it to be worse than that. So yeah, it was a downward spiral that I don't want to go ahead and relive.
Yeah.
But yes, power shows now that, I'm able to deal with emotions and also go ahead and be what I want to be. And that is what, I've been working on. I'm happy that I've gone on this.
Regaining your power.
Yeah. And I'm working on not fearing my emotions when they come in.
Yes. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a changed person.
I'm a changed man.
I'm a changed man. And I've learned about life. Yeah, so, no, I think that it's been better for me. And I thank my friend for her. She says she's not patient, but she really is, because, you know, she's been saying this since the beginning of the spiritual journey. And we've been inside the spiritual journey for a year. That's a year's worth of someone telling me to feel my emotions that I just decided not to.
I've said, since my kids can, like, up and walk, I've said no. So, like, I'm a pro at repeating myself.
Yes. I know.
That was a really bad joke.
I know. It was? Well, I'll accept it. All right. No. So, yeah, that was my card.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
I love it because I feel like we're getting to see, like, the real Creason, right? The balanced Creason, which is interesting because that's my
exactly
card.
What your card is, yeah. So, balance. Seek balance. Extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. There may be an overreaction that has caused the issue. Ground yourself and allow your strength to rise from there. Be aware of where the imbalances in your life are at present. I seek and maintain healthy balance in my life.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yes. I don't even know where this is, like, attacking me.
Are you unbalanced?
No, I honestly, I feel, you know, I am moving back home. Mm-hmm. I'm moving back to Virginia. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just feel like time went by really quick. Mm-hmm. And I need, like, I don't even know if, like, balance comes at play with that. I'm doing some deep shadow work. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I can't tell if that card, maybe you can help me, mm-hmm. If that card is speaking on my shadow work, because it's like the big things happening in my life right now are figuring out relationships, mm-hmm. aka like shadow work, deep ass fucking like traumatizing shadow work, mm-hmm. and then my personal life, mm-hmm. aside from the pod and the reads and stuff, mm-hmm. my personal life with, you know, getting things ready to go back home and, you know, the kids and stuff. So, like, what imbalance? Everything's in balance.
I mean, right now it seems like, see, the thing about it is that you've really mastered your emotions recently, so it's very difficult to see, like, what areas are really affecting you. But the card calls for balance. So I'm guessing, like, you know, just balancing your work and home and balancing, like, what you do with people and whatever.
I feel like that's really difficult because the way that I work is that, like, now that I'm going back, mm-hmm. and we have a date. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I guess you can say I'm a little chaotic because it's like, I don't know. I'm a little chaotic because it's like my mind is thinking about, like, it's kind of like how you are with your emotions, but like with me it's like routine and stuff like that. It's like, what's the point of like balancing now when I can balance when I go back? Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it. Mm-hmm.
It's very, very difficult for me because, like, my thing is, like, I don't like to make myself comfortable in something when like, I know that I'm gonna, like, leave. You get me? Yeah. Maybe that's what it's talking about.
It could be, yes.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a good target because that's the only place I can see that it's kind of weakening, you know? So if you're trying to balance yourself and balance your life now, I mean,
it's so difficult because I feel like possibly this is talking about routines. Mm-hmm. I've been really bad at that. Like, it is 9:30 right now and my mom is inside with the girls and Bash, and I should be like putting my kids in bed. I'm not a bad mom. I'm great. But it's just one of those things. I feel like just balance in life in general because of the fact that ooh, this is shadow work related. I feel like possibly I'm so used to the chaos, and I don't know, like, it's like I thrive in chaos. I get something from the chaos that, like, when things are like calm, I'm just like, I don't like this. I think I think I've mentioned that. It's the reason why I'm a mess. It's the reason why, like, everything's just like scattered, you know? You would think that Virgos are like organized and stuff. I could be organized.
Yeah.
But like right now, look at my coin. Right now, it's just not it.
Yeah.
And maybe this does have to do with shadow work. It's like the whole routine, and maybe I need to like really sit down with myself and tell myself there's so many things that I need to do. There's my friend that lives here, and I went to her house last week. She had said like there's so many things that I need to do. She had said, oh, find time for yourself. Like, what is one thing that you like to do? And I like mentioned stuff with the kids. She goes, no, Cynthia, like, what is it that you like to do? So like it's like I have to juggle like what the fuck I need to do for myself. I have to juggle doing readings. I have to juggle trying to find time for us to do a podcast. Yeah. I have to juggle sitting here and trying to grasp the moment like Bashi is like talking, and Bashi is, doing things, and like he's my little Pisces, and like I it's like let things like pause, and then like you have Scarlett and Alea that are mini teenagers, and then trying to prep for going back home, and then I see my dad is getting like super like emotional because he's really close with Bashi, and then trying to spend time with my mom and spend time with my sisters and all this, and I'm just like, how do you like, where do you want me to balance? How do I balance that? I don't like to ask for help. Cynthia, why don't you like to ask for help? Because my time is timed.
Yeah.
Whenever Creason and I go to the store, he goes, how much time do you have?
I really do.
How much time?
I do.
How much time do you... This is just for, like, what? Getting milk and, like, whatever I need?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. That's the first question I always ask. How much time do you have?
Dude, my time is up.
Oh, well, I guess this is a good closing time for this episode, then.
No, but honestly, that was really weird. I think we parked in her spot. But that, it's I don't know. I don't know how to balance, Creason.
Yeah.
Help me.
Oh my gosh. Don't worry. I mean,
to balance, you need stability.
Yeah.
I'm not stable.
Oh.
I'm not emotionally stable. I feel like my life right now is not stable. Mm-hmm. All right, so got interrupted. Scarlett called me. But basically, to wrap everything up, I do need balance in my life. It's very difficult because of the fact that I don't like asking for help either.
Yeah. It's always been an issue. Well, it's always been
an issue in my life.
Yeah.
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 But hey, I'll work through it.
Yeah.
I'll balance. I do need to ground and stuff. It's just very difficult for me to ground here because California doesn't have seasons.
No, it doesn't. But I think that the question that your friend asked you is a good one. What do you by yourself like to do?
I don't know.
If you can figure that out,
it would be motherfucking nice, bitch.
Yeah.
I know it would be nice. Well, because she gave me the paintings. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, cool, but like I'm not artsy.
Yeah.
I'm not artsy. And if like, it's very difficult for me to make friends because like I feel like I have to like come up and like make up something when they're like, oh, what kind of things do you like? And it's like motherhood really takes over because the things that I like, it's like as long as the kids are happy, I'm okay. Like we can sit here and play the Gallup song with Bashi because like I'm with my son all day. Mm-hmm. And when am I not with him? Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I don't know. Next episode, I'll let you guys know what it is that I like to do. What do you think that I like to do? I don't fucking know.
You have some hobbies that you like to
Like
go ahead
what?
and do. Like true crime, for instance,
That's
is one of your hobbies
listening
that you do outside of the kids. That's something that you would just do on your own.
Listening to my true crime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like my true crime podcast and stuff. I
do?
like to sleuth on the web.
Yeah.
And look up stuff.
You do. It is a hobby. I mean, it like that's the kind of stuff that I would say is by yourself. Like you just have to think about.
I like to drink wine.
Goodness, man, wine mom, huh?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh,
well, I know what you like to do.
Yes.
So what is it that you like to do by yourself?
Well, I'm single, so practically everything that I do is stuff that I like to do by myself. But yeah, like I play video games by myself.
Well, the cool thing is that
myself.
like you read too.
I do read sometimes. Yes, I read. I want to get back into doing
drawing.
More physical stuff. Well, drawing, yes, drawing. I did some music by myself. But like I want to do some physical stuff by myself again because like. Meditating, getting more in tune with my body, all that stuff used to be very important to me. And ever since I got this job, like...
How long have you been? Like 8 years, you said?
Yeah, 8 years.
As long as my kids have been kind of on this earth.
That's ridiculous.
My girls are 7, they're turning 8 in October.
Yeah. It's been a while. I think you and I were talking I think that we talked like shortly after I got the job or like it was somewhere in between there, but...
Well, because Creason and I met in college.
Yeah.
And, like, literally, we had met, and I was like, I'm going to Virginia. And you're like, okay.
I know.
Bye.
I'm surprised that we're still, like, talking, but that's a subject all in itself. I don't want to go in and drain any more time on this podcast.
No, definitely, yeah. But
yeah.
Yeah, after this... Like, the next episode will start off, like, okay, here's homework. This is actually really sad. Mm-hmm. That I have to sit here and really just, like, think about what is it that I like to do that does not involve my husband.
Uh-huh.
And does not involve sleeping.
Uh-huh.
And does not involve my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Loss of identity.
Oh my gosh, man.
Who am I?
Look, you're supposed to be trying to find your identity inside the spiritual journey. And somehow you got lost along the way. Don't worry, we'll pull you back on track.
What the fuck do you expect? I'm a fucking mom above anything. My kids come first. Like, well, Trey and my kids are like at the top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, fuck. What, like, what do I like?
Well, as she's trying to figure out her existential crisis over here.
True crime is like the only thing right now, but even then I barely have time for that.
That's true.
Lately, I barely have time for that. We will... Okay, the next episode, we don't know what the fuck it is. Me and Creason have been freeballing shit.
We have.
But in the beginning, I'm going to tell... Okay, 3 things. That might be too much.
One thing. That might be too much.
One thing that's not true crime on my end.
Okay.
I'll see how many things. At least like max like 2.
If you can get 3, that'll be nice. But we'll see if we can get 2.
I think that's stretching it.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay. But anyways, yeah, that is the whole episode. Thank you
guys for listening in.
Yes.
We are like really grateful for you guys. Like we started to do like our ad stuff and it's been doing fairly well, I would say.
Yes.
Especially since we only have it on a few episodes. Like we didn't put it on like our beginning, but we started, I think, a little while back.
Definitely.
It's been doing very well. So thank you guys for that.
Yes, we are very, very blessed. I just want to say, if you guys are not following us on TikTok, follow us on TikTok. Yeah. Creason and I hit 1,000 followers. We are going to, like, it's so crazy because like that's been what I've been wanting, and it's like it's slowly inched. And the funny thing, I'm very grateful, but now that we reached it, I wasn't expecting all this shit happening in our lives right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's just like we are going to find a time and then like we'll post it on TikTok
Yeah,
or
we'll post on
whatever.
TikTok,
Yeah, and then like we'll let you guys know. We'll probably like interact. We're thinking about doing like the beginning of the live, just the pod, and then I can like do some readings after to like end the live or whatever.
Correct.
But yeah, someone on TikTok had mentioned, and it's just like, wow, like someone said like they liked our episodes, and I'm like, someone likes listening to me. Shit.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm really happy with what we've done.
Yes. How many episodes do we have?
Well, we have like 26. This should be I think 27.
Yes.
But
Creason and I have so many ideas and so many plans. Yes, I am leaving in July, but I feel like we're still gonna hold up.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Another fucking break might come. Nah, but yeah, we are very
26th episode.
This is the 26th episode?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, this is gonna be our 26th. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, well, we're just like stretching this out. Scarlett's done called me I don't know how many fucking times.
Too many.
I know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for everything.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media. I have everything in the like not the fucking bio, but like in the thing on the podcast.
Summary,
yes, in the summary of the podcast. Yeah,
so always remember to love yourself, guys, and until next time,
bye.